Welcome to Faith, Hope, and Love Ministries. I'll be your host, Reverend. Wait a minute. Welcome to Conundrum Contingencies. I feel like doing a little bit of preaching today because I'm in a jovial mood. I had enough fussing with my better half, Kim Possible, today, and I'm tired of football, but the Chiefs won, so I'm happy. Anyway, my cousin kind of challenged me, and he asked me if I really knew how to fish. Well, I think that hammerhead shark, which is yesterday's catch, kind of puts that question to bed. I fear no seal or electric eel. I'm not saying I'm going to win the next tournament here in South Florida, but I believe that I can hold my own. Now, the name of this video is going to be Idiots, Acronyms, and Ice Cream Sandwiches. Now, I wanted to try to leave a more lasting impression on this prepping survivor genre, so I proposed my own acronym. So let me get my mouse here, and I propose with WA. You got SHTF, or shit hitting the fan, end of the world as we know it. We got the world without the rule of law. Now I propose with WA. The world dealing with dumbasses. Now, I'm going to try to get you to the promised land. I'm not going to say whether or not I think I'm going to make it there with you, to quote good Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. But whether you believe in God or whether you don't, you got, whether it's luck or lady fate or whatever, you got 5 senses. You got to use that gray matter inside your head, or it's just not going to work out for you. So let me tell you about a few folks that are slow as molasses. I have respect for the last guy that I'm going to talk about, but I don't know about these first two. Okay. Now, moving past David Jones' lockers, which is someplace I don't want you to go unless, you got a broken heart, broken body, you're 100 years old. So here we have this chick. Now, I got a neighbor across the street, and she looks just like this, except she's got brown hair, and I think her name is Lydia. Now, she's not that neat, and I know she's not that bright. She gets away with murder because she's handicapped, and I noticed that a lot of people that I see that have some issue with walking, they tend to be potential litter bugs, and I don't really like to litter, especially when there's a receptacle, right there. I know there are quite a few people. You could have a trash can every 10 feet, and they will find an excuse to just throw it on the ground. If you ask them about it, they'll say something like, oh, it's just going to get effed up anyway. So she goes to the dumpster, and sometimes she drops stuff along the way, and then she doesn't make too much effort to get the bags in there. Sometimes I go behind her and throw them in because, I just kind of want the place to look neat. But anyway, one day I got a call from my neighbor that I got my own little private Uber thing going on. I drive people around, and they throw me a few nickels and a few unos here and there. All right. So I get a call from one of the people that I drive around, Miss Daisy. And she tells me that Lydia is stuck like Chuck in the ground. The universal theme for all this is water. Now, I don't know how many years she's been living here, but I hear her calling for her cats like they're real children. And then she goes looking for the cats like the cats don't know where her house is or when mealtime is. And I always think it's kind of funny. I used to love my cats too. I don't currently have one. More power to you of your, the feline persuasion, but, it's comical because she does this day in and day out. And so they call me and tell me that the lady is stuck. So I nobly go across the street, nothing in it for me, but I do it anyway, and I pull her out of the ditch. And I'm looking at her, and I'm incredulous because she tries to go back the same damn way where she just got stuck. So I finally had to get in front of her, look her in the eye, and say, hey, miss, you just got stuck trying to go that way. Maybe you might want to think about going the other way. And it's been a while, but I got a call the other day, and I'm going to share it with you guys because it's so funny. I got a call, and she got stuck again. Now, listen to what my neighbor told me when I hit this this read down here. Oops, that's the wrong number. Bear with me just a second. Now just listen to it. It's ridiculous.
Charlie Ho.
7, 2, 3 saved messages. Main menu. To listen to your messages, press 1. To check your first saved message from phone number 72754168879. Received August 30th at 7:16 p.m.
Carla, the lady is stuck behind her apartment in the mud with the wheelchair. Do you think you could help her out? I'll give you my ice cream sandwiches. I don't know if I have any food. Hot dogs, maybe. Popeyes.
I couldn't believe that call when I heard that. I just giggled my ass off. I don't work for no damn ice cream sandwiches, and I don't need no stinking hot dog. I mean, damn. Would you stop playing Madden or making love so you could go across the street and pull this crazy old bag out of the ditch again because she's just not that smart? So I don't know. I mean, it always tickles me when people do stuff to make their, lives harder, like leaving the windows down when they know it's going to rain, or venturing out and they don't have enough bus fare or gas or whatever. But I mean, when I care about people, sometimes, it just makes me want to scream, but I don't know. I mean, you're getting stuck 6 or 7 times a year. Maybe you should just stick to the sidewalk, and wait for the cat to come home instead of going in the woods looking for the cat so you can get stuck. I don't know. With what world dealing with dumbasses, I just don't know. So, moving right along. Now, I used to have a buddy. He looked real similar to this guy. African American, fairly intelligent, but he was kind of heavyset. So he and I went fishing. Now, he's a better fisherman than he's a better fisherman than I will probably ever be. And I give him that. And he had superior equipment. I mean, he had, pinreel. I just got my first pinreel not too long ago. He had pinreels. He had sophisticated fishing equipment. He had all the lures, tackle, everything that you might need to enter a tournament. He just didn't have a boat. So I, tried to learn from watching, but I used to have this 98 Dodge Neon. And when I got it running and I got the right tags, I invited him to go fishing with me. And he was awesome. And I paid for the gas and the food and the soda pop and the beer because he was broke. He had a little bit of bait from last time, and I shared, the shrimp and squid that I had with him. And then, once we got to the dock, he just ignored me. A couple of women walked by, and he didn't speak to me again until we got ready to leave. Even when his line popped out of the water like that, because he had like 3 lines on the water, and I was trying to get his attention to let him know that his bait was no longer in the water, he still ignored me. So when I went back to the Veterans Hospital, and I told my then counselor what happened, she told me, quite frankly, she said, I would lose his damn number. And that's exactly what I did. He called me 3 or 4 times after that, and I never took him fishing again. But I didn't really bring him up so I could tell you about his rudeness. No. Mr. Hey, Mr. Fat Albert, because he was a pretty big guy, he didn't use his brain. Now, I admit that I had a good catch the other day, but it's not always like that. I strike out sometimes too. Now, a bad day for him is like 3 fish. Okay, so one night he was having a bad night, and he only caught 3 fish. Let's say he caught I don't know. Let's say he caught a snapper. Let's say he caught a ladyfish. And then he caught one of those stupid puffers, the poisonous ones. So he caught this poisonous fish. I'm not talking about the ones in North Carolina that you can eat. I'm talking about The ones that'll kill you, not the ones that they have in Japan where you eat. Some of them talking about, hell, let me see if I can pull a picture of one up real quick. He caught one of them bad boys and he made up his mind that he was going to eat this poisonous pufferfish regardless. Let me here pull up one. Like, kind of like this one. And like, look more like this one. So anyway, he catches his poisonous pufferfish, and he wants 3 fish, so he says he's just going to eat it anyway. And he knew good and damn well that it was a poisonous fish, but I guess since he was 6'4", 300 pounds, he thought it'd be okay. You know what he told me, y'all? He told me that he ate the first 2 fish and he was fine. When he ate that pufferfish, I think he said about 45 minutes later, he was feeling numb and funny. He said he threw up all over his living room and he shit all over himself. So it's like dysentery. I mean, he was in bad shape. So he told me he took the last of his strength instead of calling the ambulance, and he walked to Winn-Dixie, which is a good-sized supermarket, and he bought some milk of magnesia and he bought some Pepto-Bismol. And then he took that little home remedy and he recovered. Seems to me he could have took the $10 that he spent on that bullshit and just bought some fish from the seafood department and saved himself all that internal trauma. He said, oh yeah, I'll never eat another puffer fish again. I bet you damn sure won't, even if he goes to Japan. But, I mean, he knew out the gate that he had caught a poison fish. I mean, they pissed me off too, because I remember one day, that's all I could catch, because steelhead catfish and puffers are amongst the most aggressive fish in the water, and they'll bump the good fish out of the way. One day in a 30-minute period, I caught 22 puffers. And I said, you know what, I'm going to try to make these bad boys extinct. But, you know, that's another story. So, I mean, dude almost killed himself. And if he had been this size, he probably would have died. Okay. So, I don't know. There was a third guy that I wanted to talk about. Oh, yeah. Now, I took my buddy fishing with me the other day when I caught this hammerhead. There were 3 of them just circling around like vultures. And I was trying to avoid catching the shark, but he wanted to catch one so badly, he kept putting his bait right there by the shark's mouth, you know. I don't know if he forgot that this guy is like an apex predator, but I didn't, you know. Us Kansas, we got good common sense. So I'm sitting up there, and one of the last casts that I made, I brought this guy in. So, I'm trying to get ready to put him in the cooler, and he decides to assist me. And I was just going to cut the line. He said, no, save the hook. Hooks aren't that precious to risk, you know, needing another damn hand trying to save a hook. I mean, they're going to keep making hooks as long as there's metal, as long as there's men, as long as there's fish in the water. They're going to keep making hooks. So I let him take it over, and we ended up losing the hook anyway. And this bad boy's in the cooler, and then about 20 minutes later, I need another shrimp. I need more bait, another piece of squid, because we had shellfish and all kinds of stuff in there for bait. And then this son of a bitch looks at me and he said, I think the hammerhead is dead. I said, you think, huh? Why don't you stick your damn hand in there and see? I mean, it's stupid stuff like that. You know, a lot of people have gambled against the sea and lost and became part of the damn food chain, okay? I know he didn't sell the high seas like I did, but, I mean, that's just common sense. You want to stick your hand in the cooler, you got that big-ass predator in there flopping around. When I had that hammerhead on that hook, I have never seen an animal struggle to get free the way that hammerhead was struggling to get free. And I'm not going to roll the dice against a hammerhead and end up like Steve Irwin. I don't want to go to the VA hospital and waste more tax dollars because I was a flaming idiot. I don't want them to send me intern to the triage or my little room, and then this motherfucker wants to see if he can make me better than I was before. I don't want to find out if they have the capability. I don't want to find out if they have the technology to give me a prosthesis because I was stupid. So, I don't know, guys. You guys, just keep your heads on straight and don't be like the guys that I aforementioned. Don't poison yourself. Don't get stuck in the same ditch. And don't stick your hand in the cooler and you got a damn shark in there swimming around. I don't understand. I don't understand. Like Bugsy used to say, hey, tragedy or it can end in tragedy. It's up to you. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe.